Say now.
Hi, Internet!
Hi.
Welcome. We're the Knights of the Drunk Watch, and we are here for our sort of regularly scheduled night book club. It's been sort of weird over the last month and a half.
Holidays, other stuff.
It's tough.
But I don't know if we're... Anyway, but hello, I'm Andrew.
I'm Audie.
We're the Knights of the Drunk Watch.
And now our
book club begins.
Book club begins? Is that
Not
what
our
we're
talk
doing now?
begins.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm making stuff up. Merry Christmas.
Merry all the holidays from the Knights of the Drunk Watch. Okay, so we are here discussing chapters 30-something through 30-something. I know 39 was the last one. I think 36 was... No, 34.
34?
No, 33.
33.
Yeah, we went a little longer this time. Yeah, so we started with chapter 33. I have the notes. Andrew and I have been reading this over the last month or so it's a little rough remembering everything. Okay, so last week on book club, Rand used the one power. And
yes, which you totally missed.
I totally missed, but I went back and I reread it and I totally got it this time, and it was awesome. Honestly, I was very tired. Okay, so first thing in the next chapter, which is the Dark Waits, Rand and Matt hitch a ride, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rand and Matt hitch. What I have is Rand and Matt, the Hitchhiker's Guide to Camelin Road.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, they get it right with a very nice guy, but it was a little confusing because they're in the wagon, then they kind of flash back and then catch us back up.
Yeah, there was a weird time jump in there that I didn't...
because the guy offered his scarves twice, and I realized, they kind of went back,
yeah.
Here we are, what has happened? Let's go back and tell you.
I'm wondering if that's just a new style that the writer is introducing, or if that's just something weird that happened with...
At least with this book, it felt kind of random.
Story. Rand and Matt are still having nightmares. We're still moving along down the same path. Then they get
that's
to...
Pfeiffer.
Yeah, that's our pup. Then you get to a village whose name I don't remember, and they meet a young boy who is a dark friend in the inn.
That's racist.
Yeah.
Was it a boy?
Yeah, it was a young kid that walked up to them and was like, "The shadow waits for you," or whatever. Anyway, it was random. Then they get back on.
Well, then they also, they have
confusing.
They have a bunch of encounters with dark friends.
Yeah, they're just constantly being followed.
There's the one lady.
Yeah, I have random lady attack.
Well, because it all relates back to Rand's dream that's saying, I'm offering you a place in my army.
Right.
The rest of my army ain't going to like it.
Right. Well,
so watch out for them.
And it's sort of weird because it seems like these dark friends aren't, they don't have they haven't been given permission to attack Rand necessarily.
But it's
they're hey,
they're a bunch of backstabbing
creepy.
Bunch, but they're just gonna do it in your front.
Right? Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on. My other question was, do we trust Kinch? I don't know, the wagon. He's the guy. Okay, so they get to the town, and he offers to take them to his house or something, and they're like, no, we're gonna stay in the inn.
Right, no, yeah,
and
yeah.
then he shows up on the spot to get them out of town when they're leaving. So he's really
the final
convenient.
Ride?
Yeah.
Those are two different people.
Well, I thought it was Kinch both times.
No.
Hold on, is it the final ride?
Because the final ride is
No, that's Bunt.
That's Bunt.
No,
what it was is we had Kinch twice because that chapter started. They were with Kinch.
Right.
Then they went back and they caught back up to where Kinch picked them up.
There you
that
go.
Was the problem.
That was super
That's why I was
confusing for me.
wait, I'm confused. That sounds just like the farmer from before. And then I realized, they kind of did a jump ahead and then went back to...
This was a very confusing chapter.
It was like he was doing different... he had English assignment.
That's
and said,
Pfeiffer.
This time you're going to write the story like this.
Right. Then I have, we're off on the road to False Dragon. Mm-hmm. So they're finally 5 seconds away from reaching Camelin. They're so close. The dragon is the False Dragon is right there. Then I have, I think this is in the last village before they get to Camelin.
Okay.
The Fade is catching up.
Right, they meet it. They meet another fade. They meet a fade. A fade, the fade, a fade. I don't know.
I don't understand why it's okay for a fade to just like wander up into the village and start talking to people. Like, is that okay? Do they just do that in this world? I thought they were like shadowy creatures that.
Well, I mean,
like,
I
he's
guess
just
people
like
really
la-di-da in the inn.
They really don't know who he is.
But like Rand for
he's-
sure knows that's a fade.
Well, yeah, because Rand was taught that. But if there's a thing of myth. Yeah, maybe you just.
But
think he's a
immediately
creepy guy.
afterwards, that other guy goes to the innkeeper and is like, "Hey, what kind of friends are you keeping?" You know. So I feel like they know something is wrong. So again, this is sort of fuzzy for us. But fades just be hanging out in villages. And then Bunt takes them on the wagon.
Well, so I was really confused because I couldn't tell who was on which side of that conversation. So I thought it was very odd that after what I thought Bunt was saying, they're looking for these guys and da-da-da-da, and then these two guys walk up, he's like, yeah, jump on. And I realized it was the other way around.
Right,
the
right,
innkeeper
right.
was saying, they're looking for these guys, da-da-da. And so Bunt was kind of like, you know,
Right.
he
So,
wasn't the one looking for the reward.
on the ride in the wagon to pass the time, we get a little history lesson about Queen Morgas.
More gays? More gays.
gays.
More gas.
Morgas is literally what I thought it was, and I was
Let's
like,
go with more gays.
I'm gonna wait for Andrew to make a call on that one.
I don't know if that's in the back of the book, but I would definitely pick more gays over more gas.
Though if it is Morgas,
That's for the comedy version of the show. I'm Queen Morgas.
that's gonna be literally the best. And then she has a lot of family troubles and a right-hand woman who's an Aes Sedai. She's got she's got two kids that are seemingly fine.
Oh, more gays.
More
gays.
More gays.
More gays. We need more gays.
So she's got two kids that are okay, one that's dead, and one that's missing. And we don't know where he is. He's gone.
Right.
And then she's got this Aes Sedai who's a right hand to her, and we'll talk a little bit more about her later. So we just get a little bit about more gays, and like she's got issues in the kingdom. Some people support her, some people don't support her.
Yeah, well, some people trust the Aes Sedai, or at least believe the Aes Sedai are like doing their own thing and they're not bad news, and then other people think they're bad news. So, and the queen
there's
is
a lot
aligned with
of
them.
there's a lot of fake news going around.
Drink.
So, next, and then Rand continues to have nightmares, whatever, at this point.
Well, right now that's the only way for the Dark One to talk to him.
Right,
because he's
right,
still
right.
trapped in Shao Ghul.
So, Dark One. Do we drink for Dark One? I
Oh,
don't
Dark
remember.
One.
And then we finally arrived in Camelin. Yay, we're in Camelin.
And at the Queen's Blessing,
Yeah.
where we meet a nice, cheery barkeep who's like, "You're friends of my crazy friend, the
Yeah, I feel
Jester."
well, I don't know if that's in this chapter or no. Yeah, it is.
Well, I
So-
mean, you kind of you've been rolling down Matt and Rand. You skip Perrin and Egwene. We'll go back to that.
Did I? I thought this was.
There's a
all
whole chapter when they get captured by.
Rand. No, that's later. That's not. We're not there yet. It's
No,
still
you're
just
talking about
Rand
the
and
rest.
Matt.
Yeah, but they don't make it to Camelin before we see them in the. Or was that the last set of?
That was the
chapters?
last set of chapter with the Wolf brothers and all
They're all-
that.
it's been so long.
They've already been taken by the White Cloaks.
So they've already been taken by the White
Yeah.
Cloaks. So all
That
these
was
have
in
been.
last reading.
Because I also read the first half of this reading assignment 4 weeks ago, and the
Yeah.
last half of it this week. So I don't remember.
First half was all Matt and
So
Rand.
it's all Matt and Rand up until the getting to Camelin.
right. So once they
please,
get,
if you're listening to us and really listening to us, tell me I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Because
You're an
I'm.
idiot.
You don't count.
so before we get into Camelin, Bunt,
Bunt,
Bunt.
like the cake.
It's a bunk cake.
Ugh.
He tells him you need to cover up that sword.
Right.
That sword be getting attention everywhere they go.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get Tom's history with the Queen.
Ooh.
I'm feeling some kind of affair or something happened.
I don't know. That Tom, he has something going on.
Hey, bards, man. Bards are sexy.
And you know what? I still say, and this isn't because I remember, I still say that dude ain't dead.
No, I don't think he's
We
dead
don't get all
either.
the shit
I don't
about
think he's
Tom
dead.
and then have him just
Yeah,
roll over in a ditch.
Bullshit. I agree. I literally wrote Tom's history with the Queen. So I don't know what happened between the two of them. All I know is like he left, then he came back, and then they tried to kill him. So
Well, but because he basically went against the Queen because his nephew was being taken by the Aja because they suspected he could touch the One Power. So he tried to save his nephew, right?
That's right.
And that was like because and that was a no-no. So.
And then it says, "What? I don't know." I wrote down. Watch.
I'm gonna drink every time I possibly misremember something, so I'm gonna trust that you say yes.
I don't remember what this is. Watch out for the elderly Queen's Guard.
The elderly Queen's Guard.
Oh, yes. Okay. No. The innkeeper tells him, "Oh, some of the older guards might remember Tom.
So don't tell them that you're buddy.
And all
yes.
that. I was like, the elderly. What? Watch out for the elderly. Okay. Oh, and I said once again, Rand tells everything to a random innkeeper. Like.
Yeah, but he trusted him, and he was trustworthy.
Clearly, he's never.
But he didn't tell
played
everything.
Dungeons. Yeah,
that time, he very specifically tried to keep just enough truth that he felt like he needed to hear. Because later, one of my favorite characters comes up. He tells him everything.
Well, yeah, I like him too. Okay, then we get Elida. This is where we got the information. Elida, the Queen's
Aes
Sedai, is Red Aja.
Is she Red Aja?
She's a Red Aja.
See, I haven't really quite figured out how the Aj, who's red, who's black, how it all works.
Yeah, no, specifically the innkeeper tells him that she's a Red Aja. So, Yikes. Just be careful, Rand. Just careful. Oh, I wrote up here somewhere earlier, that Rand was getting ill from using the One Power, is my guess. But that was way earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I wrote, something's wrong with Matt. He's being emo.
It's that damn dagger.
He's so emo right now. He's gone full emo.
This is the one thing I do remember from reading the book the first time a few years ago. It's just like, can we deal with this fucking dagger? Because
everybody's just ignoring it.
Well, it's only Rand. Rand can't do anything. He's just hoping.
Well, Tom kind of ignored it too. The short time that they were together.
Yeah, but nothing had really happened yet to go.
Yeah,
oh,
he hadn't gone full emo.
He hadn't. Yeah.
And then at least my new favorite character, Loyal the Ogier. Ogier?
I say Ogier.
Ogier. Look it up.
Okay. Because it's like ogre, but he's got the extra thing, so I think Ogier.
Yeah. First, he thinks it's a Trolloc.
Well, because he'd never seen shit like that
And then
before.
Loyal is like, no, not a Trolloc. I'm an ogre.
Ogier.
Ogier. Okay. I feel like Ogier sounds better. Well, maybe under Loyal? I don't know.
No, Loyal's not in here either. But
weird. Okay. Tell us how to say it, Internet.
Well, I'll have to, I don't want to get away from our chats, otherwise I would look it up.
So Loyal the Ogier or whatever we're calling it, he's introduced. He's adorable and huge and kind of monstrous looking.
And like a 90-year-old, 20-year-old. So he's like,
I just got out in the world. It's fun out here.
They're kind of like the Amish.
Yeah, they're definitely like no electricity.
You go out on your year.
Yes.
See the world and then decide if you want the world or if you prefer the traditional way of life, and then you come back.
One of the big
Though
things...
he wanted to go earlier and got in trouble.
The big things that I got from this chapter was Rand looks like he's an ale.
Ailman, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That makes me...
Well, we knew he wasn't from Two Rivers.
Right, but that makes me more interested to wonder, where is he really from? And is he from the Ale Waste? Is he suddenly like an ailment and we don't know about it? What is his background?
Well, I mean, I figured he's probably descended from the dragon.
Yeah, but it all depends what we find out about the Alemen. Because right now they just live across the mountains and are solitary.
I mean, maybe the dragon doesn't have to be related. The Dragon Reborn doesn't have to be related to the dragon.
Maybe not.
What's his face?
Oh, Lews Therin Telamon?
Lews Therin Telamon. But I feel like he's of that line.
Yeah. Maybe the Alemen are drawn from Lews Therin. I don't know. And then Loyal tells him that he's a Taveran?
Taverin, yeah.
Taverin, and that the weave of the... What did I write here? I wrote the weave of the patterns around him, but I wrote patters, like pitter patters.
The weave of the pattern.
Yeah, like, so basically he can, like, affect other people's lives.
Well, or
Like, he,
basically, like, what's happening with him is so big that everyone around him is swept up into it.
Yeah, is going to be involved. Which I guess takes us back to, what was her name? Min. And her predictions.
Right.
And you know, seeing his aura and all of that. But I don't know if I mistake this or not, but I think Loyal actually said all three of it, like he somehow read that it was more than just him. Like it was
Well, but I mean,
several
he
of
just he
them
just read
are
he just heard the
Taverin.
story, and he figured out how both Rand and Matt and Perrin,
Yeah,
and
that,
all
that's right.
all
that's
of them
right.
were just kind of like, y'all are doing some serious shit. So
Right.
you sound like you're all just like
Involved
turning
in
it up.
the vertigo. And then Loyal asks to go with him.
Yes.
Because he wants to join in the fun, and I have saying no to loyalty. So, hey, baby. So, yeah, Rand is too worried about his own friends right now. He doesn't want to bring on more people that could die
Right.
because of
But
him.
you know, we won't see the last of Loyal.
I want to know who they're going to cast. I want to know, who would you cast as Loyal?
The thing is right now they're casting relatively unknown. So
Yeah.
I don't think you can really guess.
But if we not guessing,
I mean-
but just like an example of a person, like who would you hire?
I don't know. For Loyal, I don't know. Maybe it'll come to me. I haven't thought about it.
Yeah. Last time we said we were going to guess who we'd like to play Tom Maryland. I decided I would like Sam Elliott to play Tom
Oh,
Maryland.
Sam Elliott would be great. Sam Elliott would be good. He has the mustache.
Yep, it's already there. And I can see him playing a flute and dancing around a little. And that's the end of that chapter. Then we move on to the adults are looking for Perrin.
Yes.
They're following the coin, and then he loses the coin.
Follow the coin and stray
Yep.
no more.
And then he gets his coin back.
Well, because they empty his pockets, but unlike with Matt and Rand, where the guy gave them more money back, but he didn't give them their specific coin back, the
Bayar or whatever his name
what's his face gave Perrin all his stuff back.
Okay,
so
got it.
the bond wasn't broken.
Got it.
Permanently
broken. Then they come across. So Moraine follows it to the White Cloak encampment, and
As
they
they're
go
trudging
through
their way
Yeah,
to-
they go through a like Dungeons and Dragons planning moment where they're trying to figure
Which
out
is
how
much
to get
faster
in.
than ours.
It's definitely better than ours. And so basically, Nynaeve is going to go create a distraction with the horses.
Nynaeve is going to go cut the lines so that when Moraine causes a distraction,
Oh, that's right.
the lines break and then cause
Oh,
chaos.
their horses scatter. That's right. That's right. Okay. And then
And then what Nynaeve does is she sees Bella, and she thinks, well, if I take Bella and another horse, everyone will have a horse when we escape.
that is good rogue thinking. I think.
That was a very good thinking, but it was a big risk, which pays off.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, you're going off book.
That's why I rolled. Nynaeve rolls a natural 20 on stealth.
Yes.
So she gets in there. I don't remember. I think it was maybe Lan or who else. Somebody said, "Watch out for wolves," because there's
Lan did,
wolves
yes.
in the area.
Because the wolves are still hanging out for
And then I
Perrin.
guess Lance plan is to just wander into the camp, just la-di-da, here I am.
Well, no, Lan has his cloak, so he's
Oh,
he's
that's
also super stealth.
Yeah,
so
he
he
has a
stealthed
cloak
into
of
the
stealth.
camp, and then once he got them, and they put on white cloaks to disguise them.
Oh, that's
'cause,
right.
I
Then
mean,
she set
it wasn't
off
the
the lightning.
best disguise, but in the chaos, they expected it to be enough. Then she set off the chaos so they could get out of the camp.
Right.
Because Lan could sneak in.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
ain't all
It's
three
the
of them
getting
sneaking
out.
out.
Yeah. Bella, wolves, and lightning. So the plan goes according to
And
plan.
the wolves help with the horses.
Yes.
The wolves are smart.
Yeah, they
The
get
wolves
what's
knew.
going on.
They're like, they probably were like, oh, they're talking about Perrin. Oh, they're friends of his. Okay, let's just see what they're up to.
Oh, the horses. Maybe we can eat a horse too.
Yeah, maybe we'll help with the horses.
So, meanwhile, we sort of go back in the next chapter and talk about how Egwene and Perrin are having a bad time. They are not having
Yeah.
a very good time
Nope.
on their trip. But
And then,
he...
Bornhold is the guy who's...
No, this is Bayar.
Bayar.
BR, whatever.
Bayer.
Bayer.
Who wants them to try to escape so he can basically kill them. Perrin's
Okay,
not
I was
stupid.
like, what
Perrin's
the
not
fuck was
stupid.
that about? I was stupid. I didn't understand what was going on.
Perrin got it because he's like, oh, if I cut the ropes with the rock and then you shoot me in the back trying to escape,
Okay.
so you can't be blamed for it. But if he like cut the ropes or just outright killed them, then he would get in trouble.
Got it.
So he was trying to convince Perrin, thinking Perrin was stupid.
Yeah, they do tend to underestimate parents.
It's like, you guys go ahead, escape, and then you'll stop slowing us down, and we'll get to the important stuff. But Perrin sussed out that, oh, you want me to try to escape, cut my bonds, and then you'll ambush me and kill me trying to escape.
Yeah, so he denied that. Then we get Dapple to the rescue. Dapple sends him a message saying, hey, help is coming.
Right, and
It's
that's
on
when
the
Lan
way.
shows up.
And then I have Lan just strolls into camp like a barbarian.
Like a rogue, actually.
Yeah, more like a rogue, that's fair. Escape!
He's a fighter with a rogue multi-class.
Yeah, he's definitely. And he gets in there, knocks Bayer out, gets them out. Did they get 2 cloaks or just Bayers?
They got 2. They each got 2 cloaks, and I don't know. I mean, I think there were 3 people there that he took out, and they got cloaks for all of them. So that as they rushed through, people would just see the white cloaks, and if they didn't look at them too hard, they could keep going. Which is what happened.
Okay. So they all make it out. The 3 of them, they meet up with Moiraine, and then Nynaeve's not there.
Right.
And
because she stopped for horses.
Lan is like, I gotta go save my girl, or whatever it was he said. Clearly not that emotional. But he like really wants to go save her.
We should drink every time we get to a port in the book where Moiraine mentions all of Lan's titles.
Oh my god, we should drink just like just like Daenerys. All of Lan's freaking I still want to know what these 7 towers are. But basically, Moiraine is like, nuh-uh, here's the many lists of oaths you've sworn.
Yep.
You can't just go running off after a girl. And right around that time, she stomps out of the forest.
She shows up with the horses.
He like grabs her.
He grabs her because I don't know what that was about exactly, other than maybe he wanted to have some words like, "What the fuck were you doing? You scared me to death."
I think he was glad she was back. And then in Perrin's mind, Puppy says goodbye.
Yes.
We'll see you soon.
So they'll be back.
Yeah. So right now, Perrin is disconnecting from the wolves, so he's not fully in the.
It's just distance.
Yeah,
it's just distance. They're going. And,
well, and I don't know if it's like
Elias,
these specific woods. I mean, wolves, or if like he could connect to any wolves. Like,
well, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. So.
I mean, I think once you've connected to the wolves, you can connect to the wolves. Now, if the wolves give a shit about you.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like some of the other wolves might be like whatever. And then as Nynaeve is healing his wounds, she notices his eyes.
Yep.
And
they're wolves' eyes now.
And she's scared, and then Moiraine knows what that means.
Right.
But she basically is like, it's not a bad thing. It's
well, she doesn't know if it's a bad thing.
Oh, she doesn't. Lan knows. Lan knows that it's not a bad thing.
Well, and even Lan is like, it's older. Lan recognizes that it's older than the Dark One, but even still, the fact that it happened to you, we don't know what caused it. So both Lan and Moiraine are, whereas the other Ajas, the other groups, like the Red Ajas, might be like, you're bad.
Yeah, I literally have Beware the Red Aja in bright, bold colors.
Well, and apparently Lan knew Elias.
Yeah, they knew each other. He knew Elias was a warder before the whole
but then when he started talking to wolves, they assumed it was dark power, and so they tried to go after him. That's when he took off. Right.
Well, and it's cool, like, because Lan still has a lot of respect for him and all that. He asks about him, so clearly they're still BFFs. Okay, last chapter. It's time to see the false dragon.
Oh, God, yeah.
Matt is still being emo in his bed, I guess. He's just like
pussy,
chilling in the bed, being sad and sweaty. Rand goes downstairs, and the innkeeper tells him a beggar has been asking for him.
Yes, which is, I'm sure is that.
Well, I wrote,
peddler.
Is it Tom or Paden Fane?
I think it's Peyton Fane. Podden
Okay.
Fane.
Padden Fane.
Podden Peyton. I think
Whatever.
it's him because it's. I
Okay.
think because I mean I think Tom would have just gone and hung out at the Queen's Blessing.
Well, unless
even
he's like
in the
undercover
shadows.
or something.
Yeah, but he still would have just hung out around the King's Blessing.
Okay.
Even if he was like staying hidden, so when he showed up, he would have stuck
Okay.
in and said, "Hey, I'm here."
So it could also be a fade or something else, but it's very likely
But
it's
Podden
Padden
Fane was
Fane.
already driven crazy by the whole experience.
Yeah.
I think he is he has been reporting on them every chance he gets.
Then we get a little bit of the political troubles that are going on in the town.
Right, you have the white,
The
with
reds
the
and
red,
the
and the red
whites.
with the white. It's very confusing.
Super confusing.
And I guess Land.
How do they keep each other apart?
Not Land. Rand picked the right side, but the right
Yeah.
side's in the minority.
That's what I wrote. Is Rand dressed in pro-queen stuff? So
In what?
Pro-queen stuff, because that's the
Yes,
two...
he has pro-queen.
Yeah.
And so he's worried that there's a lot of anti-queen out there.
Yeah.
So he's worried that his red...
But, yeah,
Cover.
truth be told, he doesn't care about the queen. He was just trying to cover up his sword.
Right.
But he's excited to go see the queen and Logain.
Well, it's interesting that merchant must have been anti-queen because he charged more for the pro-queen fabric.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Rand about finding a place to put it on.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Okay. Then Rand runs into the beggar and then runs from the beggar in the streets. We don't really get a lot about the beggar. Then I have Hannibal Logain. I don't know what that means.
Because you think he reminds you of Hannibal Lecter.
Oh yeah, because he's like all like they're watching him and
he's in his cage like riding along.
Yeah,
like,
laughing.
I'm hot shit, but
he's like laughing.
Yeah,
and all the red.
he's a little
Aja
crazy.
Well, I mean
Yeah.
that's what happens
Yeah.
to men who touch the
Right.
one power.
So he's a little crazy,
so
but he thinks he's the dragon. Mm-hmm. So
he's having a good time. He likes being seen. All the red Aja are like controlling. They're like keeping him from touching the true source. And then to end it, I have Rand rolls a nat 1
well, the
dexterity
Aes Sedai,
check.
we don't know that they're specifically red.
Oh well, and because they said the red Aja was like taking him, but I don't know. I mean, they could be any Aes Sedai.
I don't know. There's a lot. I didn't keep up with those politics. I guess I'll start paying attention.
And Rand rolls a nat 1 dexterity check. What the fuck was that? Like he's just like, oh look, it's the dragon. Bloop. Like he just fell over. I don't.
Well, a
even
little
know.
girl scared him.
I have no idea what all that was about.
Well, that's introducing him a new character.
Yeah, I guess we're introducing somebody.
I mean, I guess if you're gonna be a 14-book
he-
series, you need a lot of characters.
Thank you, George R. R. Martin. But I think he also like I don't know. Maybe he wasn't supposed to be seen by Logain yet, or like I don't know if this is like
Well,
a
he was
fate
like way up
thing,
on a
or-
wall. So I mean, and he was like, "Hey, checking him out." He wasn't anywhere that Logain could see him. You know,
Oh,
he
yeah, I
was
mean,
up
he
on
was
a wall,
kinda far
but
away.
someone else was hanging up on that wall, and that person startled him, and he fell off.
But
the
we
wall.
didn't really quite see who it was, right?
No,
Before
but
he
it
fell?
was you just about mentioned a girl's voice. I say a little girl, but maybe it wasn't a little girl. But
Maybe it's Min.
well, but I think I don't know. I mean, it's like he just said he jerked up towards the girl's voice, and suddenly his precarious seat was gone.
Yeah. Anyway, point is, he fell over. I don't know what the
fall down
purpose
and
of
go
that.
boom.
Yeah, I don't know what the purpose of that is. But once again,
Well, that's
we
the
have-
next chapter, I
Yeah,
suppose.
we have another set of everybody's trying to get to Camelin.
Yeah, well, I guess if he's knocked unconscious, that gives the other group, which is now reunited.
Yeah.
Basically, everyone is now back together except for Tom, who's dead. Not dead.
Yeah. Well, and we're still trying to see. I mean, there's no way that the Fades and the Dark Friends don't know at this point that they're heading to Camelin. Like, hello.
Right. So,
Okay, what's our assignment for next week?
I say through chapter
Next 2
45,
weeks.
6 chapters.
Okay.
That'll take us up to 689, and we stopped at 594. So.
Okay, perfect. So through chapter
45.
do not. I mean, you can read chapter 46.
You probably all
but-
read this book.
Yeah.
All 2 of you who are watching.
Well, no, they get some views afterwards, and people are like,
Oh,
"Oh, I'm
that's
so
true.
excited to like."
I feel like we're live and that's it. But yeah, we're
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Do you go back and check the comments? We should be checking the
I
comments.
always
You
check the comments.
Okay. Anyone commenting?
Yeah, there's a couple people that are like really excited that we're going through the series.
Okay, good. I'll have to go back and check those comments.
Yeah, I know. They're like, I'm so excited you're doing this. So I know it's not a lot of you, but if you do enjoy Wheel of Time and you're enjoying us talking about it, please share this with your friends.
Show us friends. Check out Patreon
People
for
who
$1, just
Oh,
$1
yeah,
a
Mom, share
month.
with
You
your
get
mom.
extra content. And especially some of our reaction videos. We have the full reactions available only on Patreon, where we have the regular 10-minute reaction video is available on YouTube.
Right now we're doing Watchmen. We're also
We
doing
just finished American Horror Story.
Yeah. We're doing holiday
The
movies.
holiday movies. After the first of the year, we're
Why
gonna.
is The Night of Christmas not up on Patreon yet?
Oh my God, the Night of Christmas. Sorry,
You're gonna
We're-
wanna see this.
We're distracting.
You're gonna wanna see that.
apparently,
It's just
apparently we
endless
have
screaming.
competition on Netflix.
What do you mean?
Queens who like to watch.
Oh, hello, queens who like to watch.
Hi, Katya. Hi, Trixie. Come see our show.
That's awesome.
So
okay.
I'm afraid Netflix is going to send them after us. Anyway, and also after the first of the year, well, hopefully there's no other competition. We are going to be watching His Dark Materials.
Yes, we're moving into that one.
And
So
The
stay
Witcher.
tuned for us to get
And The
copyright
Witcher.
strikes
The
left
The
and
Witcher,
right.
the Witcher battles are supposed
The
to
Witcher.
put Game of Thrones to shame.
Yep.
Allegedly, everybody is
Allegedly.
a new Game of Thrones. All right, take us out.
All right, so we are the Knights of the Drunk Watch, and now,
And now
our
our talk is ended. See you guys next 2 weeks for book club.
The next